Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Diane G. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer, and you're watching Soul Cloud. So if it's your first time here, welcome. Soul Cloud is a show where we talk about spiritual concepts during the first part, and then afterwards we do Akashic Records readings or energy clearings. So this week or today, we are going to talk about the Veil of Forgetfulness. So, but before we get into the topic, I just want to say hi to people. Hi, Kim, Red Dragon. Hi, Bernadette Desir. Hi, Lisa Davis. Hi, Callie. Hi. And hi, Jax. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Okay. So, we will be doing a themed Akashic Records readings during the second part of the show where we will answer what soul truth am I ready to remember? There we go. Since we will be talking about forgetting, our Akashic Records reading for later is about remembering. What soul truth are you ready to remember? Okay. So, we're exploring this concept that seems very mystical and mysterious, but it's also comforting and deeply human. So, the veil of forgetfulness. When I was brainstorming with my guides about this, I keep asking them questions like, why do we have the veil of forgetfulness? Is it real? Is it just for humans on Earth? And I got very interesting answers from them. So, apparently, the veil of forgetfulness is something that's unique only to Earth. And we will talk about more about why that is. So, this idea appears across many spiritual traditions, mysticism, and modern soul teachings. It suggests that when a soul incarnates into this lifetime, it passes through an energetic veil, one that softens our memory so that we don't remember who we truly are beyond the body. We forget where we come from, we forget our soul's wider awareness, and sometimes we forget why we choose this life at all. It's like, what am I doing here? If you've asked that question before, you're not alone. I've asked that question many, many times. Hi, Alice. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much for joining us. Spiritually speaking, the veil is believed to be an energetic boundary or something that temporarily quiets our soul memory as we enter the human life. And I say human because when I asked my guides, is this just on Earth? They're like, yeah, for most part, yes. Only Earth humans have this veil of forgetfulness. So I was quite surprised about that initially when I asked, and I asked this question about from them many months ago. So if you have like a galactic guide, they wouldn't need Akashic Records readings because they already remember their past lives and who they are. Ooh, Mangled question is saying about the veil. Since we choose our life paths before we come here, but we forget everything through the veil, do we also decide how much we can remember in a particular life? Is it limited by our plan? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We decide how much we remember. And sometimes it comes through as deja vus, or when we experience or when we see something and we feel like, why does it feel like this is familiar? It usually means that we are remembering something that we thought we have forgotten. Hi, Dr. Pam. Hi, Barbara. Oops, my monitor has been glitching. Okay, but I hope my camera isn't. Okay. So, when we go through the veil of forgetfulness, we forget past lives, we forget soul intentions, we forget our connection to something greater, and we arrive here, vulnerable, curious, and learning through experience rather than certainty. I often joke with my guides, like, so we come here confused. They're like, yes. So why would we choose that? A lot of us ask this question as well. Why do we choose that? And the answer is that because of free will. And because when we arrive knowing something when we arrive knowing everything, knowing the lessons, knowing the outcomes that we've already learned in the past, um, the outcomes, the meanings, and the meanings behind every challenge, our choices wouldn't carry the same weight. Like, if we already know that we are supported by our spirit guides when we come here, like, what is risk? Risk wouldn't be the same. Like, we wouldn't be learning lessons from taking risks in the same way compared to when we've forgotten. Love wouldn't be brave. Like, if we know that we love each other, would we take that risk of getting hurt? And forgiveness wouldn't be as transformative. Like, if we know that everything is because of love, would we like forgive? It's one of the questions that I ask. Like, if I hadn't forgotten my soul lessons in the past, like, what would I have done differently? So the veil allows us to choose love without guarantees, to choose compassion without proof, to choose courage even when we are afraid. And these are really big soul lessons. And we experience soul growth like no other here on earth. Like, you would hear a lot of psychics and readers who say that earth school is like getting a PhD because it's so difficult. And it's because of this veil of forgetfulness, because we don't know what we're doing. We don't remember where we come from. This is also where Akashic Records readings help us in remembering. That's why later on we will be reading about um, what soul truth am I ready to remember? Because sometimes this veil, it doesn't remain the same. Sometimes it also thins. So based from my experience, like sometimes there are things, objects, places that like jog our memories and we feel like we are remembering. But yeah, this veil exists to deepen the human experience itself. When we forget, it feels like joy. Joy is just so bright, it feels luminous. When we forget, feel grief also feels devastating. It wouldn't be as devastating if we know that, hey, the soul continues on. The soul isn't destroyed when the earth body dies. So losing someone, it wouldn't carry as much soul growth and soul lessons. When we forget, love feels risky, but it also feels powerful. So we don't come here to float above emotion, we come here to feel. And I believe that we feel a lot more because of that veil of forgetfulness. We come to feel ache, the hope, the longingness, and we feel to soften. So through that depth of feeling, our soul grows and our soul expands. Now, here's something that I think is very important. So most spiritual traditions don't describe veil as permanent. So this is where the veil thins. So whenever we are in deep meditation, there are people who describe meditation as like they go to places, right? Or they see spirit guides, they see soul family. And that's no coincidence. It's like the veil is thinning for them when they are in deep meditation or prayer. Sometimes it also happens when we have vivid dreams. Like a lot of people don't know this, but they access the Akashic records when they are dreaming or when they are asleep. Um, Whenever we feel like there's a deja vu, like, hey, this has happened before. Maybe our soul is remembering. So there is the sudden inner knowing without any logical explanation. Like when we do this mini readings, there are a lot of people who ask questions that may seem random, like, did I have a past lifetime in Japan or in Italy? And when we talk with them further, they're like, oh, it's because when I see imagery from Japan or from Italy, I feel a certain way, or it feels like I remember, or I've been there. So it is the soul remembrance. It is the veil thinning. So profound love, grief, or loss, these are moments when something inside you whispers, hey, I've been here before, or that there's more to this. This feels familiar beyond reason. So these are glimpses. And we often call this, sometimes we call this awakening, because we are remembering. It's not just remembering facts from another life, it's remembering our truth. The truth about who we are beyond our earth roles. So when we leave this body, who are we really? So truth about our sensitivity, our intuition, our depth, the truth about our connection to others, to life, or something greater. So as the veil thins, life doesn't become easy, even when we remember these glimpses. But it does become meaningful in a different way. So you can begin to trust your inner voice more because you know who you truly are. And you might feel less interested in external validation, or you might feel less interested in the 3D world because you know that you are eternal, that the soul continues. And you might feel more drawn to inner alignment. And you may start listening differently, moving differently, or choosing differently. So I want to offer a gentle reframe. Instead of seeing the veil of forgetfulness as a loss, many teachings describe it as a sacred agreement. So hold on. So we come here to rediscover our truth through a lived experience. Even though some of them might be forgotten, we experience life a bit differently through love, through heartbreak, through joy, and through becoming. So every moment of clarity you've had, every time you felt deeply aligned, present, or at peace, that wasn't something new entering you. So if you're entering the new year, this season where things feel foggy or feels unsure, or if you're questioning your purpose, if you feel disconnected from yourself or your path, hear this, you are not broken. You are not behind. You're not lagging. You are not falling. You might be simply in this sacred space between forgetting and remembering. But this space isn't empty. It's like the in between. It's fertile. And as we begin to close, I invite you to sit with this question that you don't need to answer right away. And this is something that we will also read on later. Again, what soul truth am I ready to remember? And this is something that you can ask also while in meditation. So I just want to say hi to people before we go on to the next part of the show where we read about this topic. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Erin. Um, Hi, Barbara. Is it weird that I keep waving at the camera? I feel like I'm in the same room with you whenever I do this live. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Crystal. Okay, I'm just starting some questions. Oh, hi, John Timoteo. Hi, Angela Hunter. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for your help, Angela. And Pamela is is asking, can we remember more than we promised ourselves to remember? With this, I'll use my pendulum to ask our spirit guides. Can we remember more than we promised or we planned to remember before incarnating on Earth? And my clockwise says yes. So yes, we can remember. This is very interesting. So we can remember even though we didn't plan to do that. And I believe it's because of free will. We have the free will, even though we have entered um, with our plans, with our soul plans, even though we incarnated with our soul plans, we still have that free will to remember, even when we are already here and incarnated on Earth. Red Dragon says, I wave my hands a lot too. Thank you. When I wave at people, like I'm seeing you coming. Thank you for letting me know that, Kim. Okay, Pamela says, awesome. I think it's the journey we reach that lets us know that we are ready to remember. Yes, I believe so too. Okay, if you still haven't entered the keyword for today, it's hashtag remember. So I will be drawing. Ta-da, ta-da. I'll be drawing for three people for this first round. Oop, where's my music? Is this one? Okay. So again, we will be answering what soul truth am I ready to remember? After drawing for people, I will be opening the Akashic Records. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Oh, Kim, congratulations. And please let me know that you're still here. Jack's Mangled Unicorn, congratulations. And please say hi in the chat. Kim says she was manifesting that. I also win a lot on giveaway tools. Light in the world. Congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Okay. Well, okay, I see light in the world. Jax and Red Dragon. Okay. Before going into the readings, I will open the Akashic Records first. Jacqueline is saying, I was just thinking this music makes me feel like I'm waiting in line for a ride at Disney. Say bye. You're not the first person who told me that, Jacqueline. Okay, everyone, let's take 3 deep breaths to center and ground ourselves. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space, and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call in the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read, our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold the sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth, as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Okay. First up, we have Kim, Red Dragon, who was manifesting that draw. So, what truth is Kim ready to remember now, Masters? Okay. Masters, is this a past lifetime that you're showing me? Okay. So they're showing me a past lifetime of yours, Kim, and I'm seeing like a land with tall grasses, and there was this there's a bull or a cow that's tied to a tree, Okay, how is this related to? Okay, they're telling me that you were a farmer during that time and you took care of the cows. Now, this was a lifetime where they're not. It looks weird because the cow isn't eating the grass. The grass is it's dried. Was it a period of drought? A beginning of a period of a drought. Okay. They're telling me that this was during a beginning of drought. Somewhere in Africa is what they're telling me. I'm hearing resourceful. I should put like glass on. You know how there are farmers who put like green glasses on cows so that they would see grass as green even though there aren't? I mean, sure, like you're putting glass on, like one glass on the cow's eyes, but it's odd because I thought this was a modern practice, and they told me no. This is something that you used to do in Africa. Like you would use translucent glass or stones, maybe even crystals, so that the cow would see the grass as green, even though they're dried. And this is something that you carry on with you, this kind of resourcefulness. They're telling me that you would find ways, even though things might feel like there's no hope. You would always think outside of the box for your benefit and for the benefit of your community. And this is the sole truth that they want you to remember and that you're ready to remember, Kim. I hope that helps. It's very interesting. I thought it was a modern practice, but they tell me no. Like I'll show you. Is it a modern practice to like put glasses or like green colored things? And they keep saying no. So I don't know if we can fact check that later. But I hope that helps. It's very interesting, Kim. Thank you for letting me read for you. Hi to the people who just came in. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Nancy Ray. Hi, Mary Thornberry. Hi, Old Windwalker. So next up, oh, Satofi Sarah. Hi, Satofi. Next up, we have Mangled Unicorn. Okay, Jax. What is Jax ready to remember now, Masters? What truth is she ready to remember? Is this also in the present lifetime? Her higher dimensional self. She does this when she's asleep. She does this when she's awake, dude. So this is her light body. Okay. Jax, they're showing me a ship. And it kind of looks like Star Trek, a Star Trek ship. Is this her ship? I'm going to draw what I'm seeing, like the shape that I'm seeing. Boop. Hmm. They're showing me your ship, like, and they're telling me that you are a part of the Galactic Federation. And the ship that they're showing me kind of looks like a kick. You know that swimming kickboard? It's shaped like this. This is the spaceship that you pilot, or at least this is your ship. I'm not sure if you're piloting it. Is Jax piloting this ship? Okay. They're telling me that you pilot it in the higher dimensions. That whenever you go out in your light body, this is a mission that you're doing. You're visiting different star systems. And they're telling me you're helping them. Okay, how is Jax helping them, Masters? You go to missions to rescue children, is what they're showing me. Like, I'm seeing captured children, and you would go through missions to help them, to help free them. How is this relevant to her present? They're telling me that this is a mission that you do in different dimensions. That and I kind of know a bit about you, so I know that you're also doing this in the 3D world. You're also helping kids, at least a particular one. The Akashic Records Masters are saying you are doing what you have planned to do before you came here. Rest assured. And they're saying this because I feel like in the past you questioned your purpose. Like, why, what am I doing here? So now they are letting you know that you're doing what you came here to do. You're doing your soul mission and your soul purpose. And they are clapping their hands. They're clapping their hands for you, Jax. Okay, Jacqueline is saying, I do love protecting and helping the younglings. We all need help. Yes, especially the young people because they are vulnerable. So I hope that helps, Jacqueline. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Oh, oh. I need to know the suffering has a purpose and I will keep fighting. That's something you do in different dimensions. You keep fighting and you keep helping. You are a very beautiful soul, Jacqueline. I hope you know that. So next up, we have Light in the World, 5690. Okay. Excuse me. What truth is light in the world ready to remember? Masters. Is it connected with solar plexus? I'm going to draw a card for this light in the world. They're showing me a past life of yours that I'm not very comfortable in sharing on YouTube, since YouTube, when we air things on YouTube, it's here forever. Okay. What soul lesson was she trying to learn from this past life? Is it continuing in this lifetime too, Masters? Okay. This is also a soul lesson just trying to learn. Okay. So, light in the world, I saw a past lifetime where you were a child and you were hurting. I'll leave it at that. And I asked the Akashic Records masters, what soul lessons were you trying to learn from that and why they wanted to bring that up? And they told me that it's something that you also brought in this lifetime that you might not understand or you might not remember. And it's affecting you in a way where you want to feel control or you want to be in control in many things in this lifetime. Because during that lifetime, you didn't have it. You couldn't control the things that were happening in your life because you were just a child. So I asked what soul lesson you were trying to um, learn from that lifetime that you carried over to this one, and I got surrender. I can release control, or I can release my need to control. And then the second one is adversity. I will accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And in that adversity, you're trying to learn to surrender. This is something that happened. I'm getting like in Greece. You were a female child in that lifetime. 200 BC, Masters? They're showing me 200, around 200 BC. This happened many, many years ago, many centuries ago. So they are, the Akashic Records Masters are letting you know this is something that has happened in the past and something that you can let go of. This is so affecting your confidence. So I felt like I felt a burp. I burped a while ago, and it's something that is affecting your solar plexus chakra or your confidence in this lifetime. So they are letting you know it has already passed and it's something that you can let go. You are no longer this powerless child that you experienced in that lifetime. So I hope that helps. Light in the world. And thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. Okay, it's now time for us to draw for another set of people. Oh, I just want to say hi to the people who just came in. Hi. Hi, Judith. Oh, Hypnicity is sharing something. My mom passed in 2000. I saw her as an angel helping children cross over on 9/11. It's exactly why they needed her. That's wonderful. It's one of the things that light workers do. We also, at least some of us do, we help children cross over or we guide people who are crossing over. Hi, Linda Keltzer. Hi, Kim Princess. Hi, Suzanne. Yeah, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you for that reminder. Hi, Alice. Hi, Gwen. Okay, time for us to draw for another set. Let's play the Disney-like, the Disney-like music again. I love this music. Crystal, congratulations, and please let us know in the chat that you're still here. Linda Keltzer, congratulations, and please say hi in the chat to let us know that you're still here. Leah. Oh, hey, Leah. Congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Okay. Okay, I see Leah. I have Crystal. So I'm still waiting for Linda Keltzer. Hi, Lynn. Boop. So while we're waiting for Linda, please make sure that you have liked the video. And if you're watching this video randomly or this live randomly, please consider subscribing to the channel. We do this every week, and I'll also have other shows this week. So to make sure that you won't miss them, please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of the live streams. I'm still muted. I was saying, well, okay, I got Linda. Ping. So, let's start with Crystal Connors. What truth is Crystal ready to remember, Masters? Is this on Earth? During the early parts of Earth? Is this in memory? Okay, show me more details. Hmm? Just one lifetime. Okay. I had to make sure that I was seeing it correctly, Crystal, since we had like a reading where I saw a bull. But they're showing me another, except it was a different color. I was seeing a dark brown or a black bull, but the setting was different. And they told me that this was during ancient Lemuria, so you had a past lifetime in Lemuria. But what's interesting is that you had a past lifetime as an animal, and I'm telling you, this isn't something that's common. Um, Not all, or there are very few who've had past lifetimes as an animal, and you're one of them. So I'm going to see like what were you trying to learn by having a past lifetime as an animal, as a bull in Lemuria? Okay, can I draw a card for this, Masters? Okay. There's something about communication in all of this, because as a bull you couldn't talk, but you were able to communicate telepathically with people. So part of it is honing your telepathic skills. Okay, what soul lesson was she trying to learn during that lifetime where she was an animal, a bull? That's okay. Okay. The card that I drew, which was your soul lesson during that time, is doubt. And it says, I release the need to know all the answers. So part of it really was about communication. Because prior to that, they're telling me that whenever you incarnate, you would like to know everything. So I'm guessing this was around the late Lemuria. Prior to that incarnation, you would do everything to get all the information that you want, or that you think or you thought you needed. Part of it is because you wanted to control the outcome. And the Akashic Records masters are telling you you can't control these things. The only things that you can control, or the only thing that you can control, is yourself, your thoughts and your actions. That's why you chose to incarnate as an animal during that lifetime. Because this way you wouldn't be able to talk. You could communicate telepathically. But you couldn't hound information from others. Like I keep seeing like mouths moving. Part of it is to make you feel safe and secure. The challenge for you was uncertainty. Because if you didn't know what's going to happen, or you don't have all the information, you felt very uncertain. So part of the soul lesson that you actually carry over from that lifetime into this lifetime is letting go of control and surrendering. So that's why you incarnated as a bull or an animal during that lifetime. A bull. Yeah, bull. So I hope that helps, Crystal. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. Oh, Judith Anderson is saying it shows the Angie has two lives. The first one I clicked on did not show any feedback. Oh, is there any? I do have two lives ongoing. One is like a vertical view, and one is the horizontal view. Hi, Pamela Anderson. Hi, Lupe. Okay, next up. Oh, Crystal has feedback. Funny because in this life, I am born in the year of the wood ox. I am also an Aries. During that lifetime, you were a dark bull, like either black or really dark brown, and you had a horn. Oh, you had horns. Sure. So it makes sense that you were born into the year of the wood ox. Hi, Cheryl. Okay. Next up, we have Linda Keltzer. Okay. What truth is Linda Keltzer ready to remember? Masters. Is this a feather? Okay. They're showing me a feather. Is this on Earth? They keep showing me lifetimes that are not on Earth for some reason. Is she a Lyran in this lifetime that you're showing me? Okay. Why is she ready to remember this past lifetime? So Linda, you had a past lifetime as a Lyran. And you weren't just a Lyran, you were an avian being during that lifetime. You were a blue avian. So it's one of the most ancient beings. on this galaxy. Being a blue avian, you had this gift to fly, of course. But because you had that ability in that lifetime, you felt very constricted in your body right now. You might feel restless at some point because you wanted to be free. You wanted to travel. It's like a privilege given to you in that incarnation. And they're telling me it has been a very long incarnation where you were a blue avian being, where you were flying, or at least an avian being you were flying. You were flying a lot. Heights don't bother you, is what they're telling me. And you might feel like high places are very nice. Like you feel comfortable in high places, is what they're telling me. Because of that past experience, past lifetime. So the truth that you're ready to remember is that you value your freedom. You value your independence. You treasure the people around you. Like make no mistake. That's what they're telling. Or they're telling me. But even though you value them, you also value your free time. You also value your freedom. Is what the Akashic Records Masters want you to remember. I don't know if what's going on in your life, but that is their message for you, that you value your freedom. So I hope that helps, Linda. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay. Erin is saying having your own set of wings would be so convenient, right? Airline companies wouldn't stand a chance if we can fly on our own. And it felt very woozy for me doing that reading because I was also flying. I was flying with Linda. That's very interesting. Oh, Erin is also saying that explains why you got two notifications for the same show. Yeah, I also put a mobile phone, um, like a mobile phone emoji in front of the title, so you know that it's the vertical view. Because there are people who love the vertical view or prefer it better than the horizontal view. That's why I usually do too, if it's just me. But when I'm doing shows with other people, I take into consideration that you're also subscribed to them because sometimes you see like 6 shows and it can get confusing. So I usually do 2 at a time. Oh, Linda is saying, yes, very true. I love planes and birds who fly high because you used to be one. It was a very wonderful experience, Linda. So again, thank you for letting me read for you. Okay. Last for this round is Leah. What truth is Leah ready to remember now, Masters? Okay, is this one symbolic? Okay. They're showing me a snail, Leah. But don't worry, it wasn't a past lifetime. You didn't have a past lifetime as a snail. I confirmed that it's very symbolic. They're telling me this is how Leah feels now. A snail that's moving very slowly. And they're telling me that you feel frustrated because you feel like your contemporaries, your friends, the people around you have left you behind. Like your life is moving very slowly compared to theirs. And now they're showing me an ant, a small ant, that's keeping up with the snail. And they're flashing the word perspective. From your perspective, it might feel like you're being left behind, but from the ant's perspective, you're moving just at the right time. Things are happening at the right time. So this is the truth that the Akashic Records Masters want you to remember. That things are happening in its own divine time. That you are moving at the exact perfect pace that you need to move. That you don't need to rush. That you can treasure every second and every minute of your journey. And they're showing me like a cat now. And the way they're explaining this to me is that it's very easy for a cat to move from one place to another. But for a snail to cover that distance, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of perseverance. But it also takes like a lot of strength for that snail. And they're telling you that you're very strong. What for other people might feel very easy or might require require a little bit of effort is something for you that you have worked hard for. And it's something for you that you can be proud of, is what the Akashic Records Masters are telling you. So be proud of the journey that you have traveled, Be proud of the distance that you have conquered. Is how they're wording it. Conquered. So I hope that helps, Leah. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. And also, if you're watching this and some of the message resonates for you, take it. Because when we do this public readings, this YouTube readings, I find that it doesn't just resonate, or it's not just a message for the person that I'm reading for. It might also resonate for the people who are watching, even the replay. So yeah, if it resonates for you, take it. Oh, you're very welcome, Leah. Okay. It's time to draw for another set. So this time I'm going to read for 4 people or draw 4 people. Bing. Okay. Lynn Hirayama, congratulations. And please say hi in the chat to let me know that you're still here. Oh, Kim, are you singing the song that I think you're singing? I am Lulu. Congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Kendra Lesher, congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Yes, by Nelly Furtado. Amanda Celeste. Oh, I see Amanda. I saw Amanda just a few minutes ago. Okay, got Kendra, Lynn. Okay, last for this round. Oh, Anna Maria is here. Hi, Anna. Mary Thornberry. Congratulations. And please let us know that you're still here. I have Lynn, Kendra. Oh, did I draw for 5? That was an accident, but yeah, let's read for 5 people if they're all here. So that's Lynn Hirayama, I'm Lulu, Amanda Celeste, Mary Thornberry, and Kendra Lesher. So I have Lynn, Kendra, Amanda. We're still waiting for Mary Thornberry, and I am Lulu. Ping. Oh, you're very welcome, Linda. Oh, also, if you like the readings, please make sure to like also the video and leave a comment after the show. It really helps our channels. Okay, I got all 5. So hold on. I'm just going to take a sip. Okay. Also, if you were not drawn, I hope you can stay until the last reading. As I've mentioned, some of the messages for the people you have drawn for might also resonate for you. Some of the messages are not only for them, but might also be for you. Also, I am available for private readings. My details are in the description. So please hit me an email if you're interested. Okay, first up we have Lynn Hirayama. Truth? What truth is Lynn Hirayama ready to remember now, masters? I'm seeing a place in Africa. I can't pinpoint the time. But you were a male, a very tall male person during this lifetime that they're showing me. And you were a part of a community, a tribe. And they're showing me a sunset. You used to love looking at sunsets. How is this relevant? Why does she need to remember this? I did I black out? I asked the Akashic Records Masters, Lynn, if why are you ready to remember this? And they answered me with one simple word, and the word was simplicity. During that lifetime that you had in Africa, you had your bow, you had the sunset, and you were very happy. You felt very contented. So the masters are telling you now, if everything is chaotic, go back inside and go back to the stillness. Go back to the simplicity, because simplicity is what makes you happy. Or it was what brought you joy. And it's something that is also applicable in the now. You're not happy with, or you don't feel joyful with treasures, is what the Akashic Records Masters are telling me. You were happy with sunset, and you felt comfortable just holding your bow. You were very happy just dancing. You weren't wealthy in terms of money during that lifetime, but you were happy. And it's a truth that you are ready to remember now. Find joy in simple things. So that is their message for you, Lynn. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for, oh, let the sun shine through is saying Masai, tall tribe. Is it the Masai tribe? I'm not getting a confirmation on that. It wasn't, she wasn't a part of the Masai tribe. Because I keep getting a counterclockwise. But it is another tribe. That's what they're telling me. Somewhere in Nigeria. Excuse me. But yeah, I hope that helps, Lynn. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Next up, we have I Am Lulu. So, what truth is I Am Lulu ready to remember now, Masters? The readings today are filled with animals. Now I'm seeing goat and sheep and a shepherd. Is Lulu the shepherd, Masters? Okay. What truth in this past lifetime? Wait, is this past lifetime? Okay, what truth in this past lifetime is Lulu ready to remember now? Leadership is the word that they flashed in my mind. During that lifetime, you were the leader of the ship and the goat. Okay, they're showing me that in that lifetime, there was a time where there was a storm. And it was your responsibility to look after the ship and the goat. But you were still a boy in that lifetime, like you were just 12 or below. So your interests didn't lie in like tending to the ship. It was more like you still wanted to play. You wanted to goof off. But because of that experience, you learned about responsibility, especially the responsibility of being a leader. So I don't know if you're in a leadership role in this lifetime, Lulu. But they're telling me that there are learnings from that lifetime that you're still learning now. Part of the lessons there were carried over. Being responsible for the flock, for the ship, or for the people you are leading in this lifetime. You might feel the pressure. But they're telling me that you have what it takes to lead. It is a gift that you just need to tap into, is what the Akashic Records Masters are telling me. So that is the truth that you're ready to remember. That you have the leadership skills. You just need to tap into it. So I hope that helps, Lulu. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay, next up, we have Amanda. Okay, what truth is Amanda ready to remember now, Masters? Okay, where is this? I'm being shown a galactic lifetime, Amanda. Sickness. Okay. So, what I'm being shown in the vision is like a night scene. Like it's very dark, but there are tiny lights. And they told me that this was a part of Cygnus, or the star system Cygnus. And you were looking at them from a tall view, like you were at some sort of mountain or a cliff, and you were looking at the lights from a very far view. Okay, what's the significance? They're showing me like another word, or they're telling me another word, and it's also perspective. Some things that can be overwhelming when you look at it from a near perspective will only look small, or it can look smaller when you look at it and you take steps back and you look at it from a farther perspective. In this lifetime in Cygnus, because Cygnus is it's like one of the way stations in our galaxy. It's where many ships docked, or it's like a travel station. They dock and then they replenish their resources in Cygnus, and then they go wherever they need to go. You felt very pressured at some point. They're not showing me why, but you had this huge responsibility during that time. I don't know if you're having problems now, or if you're encountering challenges that are really big, or you feel like they're huge. But the Akashic Records masters are encouraging you to take a few steps back and look at it from a different perspective. Okay. They're telling me that in that lifetime in Cygnus, you were having problems with the resources. Like there was a point where you had shortages in resources. But when you took that step back and looked at things from a different perspective, you realized that there was no scarcity. There was something about the allotment that wasn't equal. And you were able to solve that problem by looking at things from a different perspective. So that is the truth that they want you to remember, and that you are ready to remember, Emmet. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay. Next up, we have Mary Thornberry. Okay. Okay. Mary Thornberry said, I'm here and so excited that I want a reading. Thank you. I'm excited to read for you. It's an honor and a privilege to read for you. Okay, what truth is Mary Thornberry ready to remember? Is this also symbolic, Masters? They're showing me a purple field of flowers, but it's not a past lifetime. They're telling me this is symbolic. And I'm asking, like, what truth is she ready to remember? And they're telling me it's the softness, it's her gentleness. It's a soul gift and a trait that you have carried on with you, or you have carried with you in each incarnation. It's being soft and gentle. People think that being soft and gentle is a weakness, but you need soft and gentle in dealing with some problems. And they're telling me that when someone is angry, you don't need to be angry in return. You need that gift of soul, of soft and gentleness. And that understanding and compassion, that's also soul gifts that you carry with you. And they keep telling me it's not a weakness. So if you've ever thought that those qualities, your gentleness, is a weakness, it's not. It's just the circumstances, is what the Akashic Records Masters are telling us. And they're saying you cannot combat rage with rage itself. It needs the other end of the spectrum. That is where your gift lies. That is the message from the Akashic Records Masters. That is the truth that you're ready to remember, Mary Thornberry. My field at first of spring always first blooms, and the yellow flower then it's time to mow and plant. Oh, interesting. The field of flowers that they showed me were purple. So in itself, purple may mean transformation, and they keep bringing up the anger, the rage. There's something about that in the world that you're actually changing by just being gentle, by being yourself, being soft and being compassionate. So be who you truly are, Mary. And thank you so much again for letting me read for you. Okay. Ooh, I unstarred the wrong comment. But next up is Kendra Lesher. I'm just scrolling up to look for a comment from her. Boop, boop. Okay. And yes, we're just finishing up the ones for today. There we go. Oh, Mary is saying it first blooms with purple flowers, then it turns yellow. How marvelous. But yeah, there is that transformation. You bring transformative energy, Mary, by being gentle. Okay, Kendra. What truth is Kendra ready to remember now? Masters. Is this also in the morning? So I'm seeing a body of water, Kendra, and in the body of water, there's a big whale. And I asked for where was this, and they told me it was also in Lemuria. So a lot of you guys have Lemurian lifetimes coming up, or at least the themes from Lemuria seem to be coming up. So for you, Kendra, you had a past lifetime in Lemuria where you interacted with whales. The whales were your teachers. I don't know if you've seen the movie Avatar, the second one, way of the water, where I forgot the name of the animal, of the being, but they look like whales. It was sort of that kind of relationship for you and this whale. Okay, what truth in this setting is Kendra supposed to remember or ready to remember? The teachings of the whale is what the Akashic Records masters are saying. You're ready to remember the teachings of the whale. When you were in the water, you felt oneness. The whale and you were one with the universe and one with each being in the universe. You're ready to remember that you are part of the universe. And they're showing me that you're swimming. You're swimming with a whale. Sometimes you would like hold on to a fin and you would swim past like a lot of I don't know what they're called, but they're plants. You would dive deep into the water with the whales, and you would spend a lot of time with the whales. And their teachings are teachings that you brought from lifetime to lifetime. Being one, even with the smallest creators, is how they put it. Is how the Akashic Records masters put it. The smallest creators and creatures of the water. You understood their place in the ecosystem or their value in the ecosystem. I don't know if that resonates for you, Kendra, but it's the truth that they want to bring up and they want you to remember. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. Kendra is saying, I haven't seen the second, but I will watch. It looks very magical. I mean, the movie. And it's very much similar in the sense of having that relationship with a whale. Because in the movie, they value the whale as if they're like family. And you had that relationship with the whale. I I just want to check. Like, is this whale one of your spirit guides now? Oh yeah. It's one of your spirit guides now, that's what they're telling me. That's why it's a very strong connection as well. It's very special. So I hope that helps, and thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you, Kendra. And we're done with the readings. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for participating in the discussion. I will be back again for Soul Cloud next week. Don't worry. And if you aren't drawn today, I will have other shows and programs this week. So tomorrow I will be on with, Kaylee from Woo Woo Wonderment. We also know her as Fogo Pogo. So I will be doing a Galactic Akashic Records reading for her. So if you're wondering, what does it look like and how is it different from the Mania readings that we do and you see whenever I do Akashic Records readings, well, check it out. I think it will be very interesting. And then after that, I will be back with Linda de Gonzalez on Into the Ether on Wednesday. It will be at 6 p.m. Eastern. Oh, and tomorrow's show with Kaylee will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And afterwards, we'll be doing Galactic Conversations with Ali, Paul, and Diana Bowles on Thursday. And on Saturday, I will be back with, my Friday. I keep messing the days up still. On Friday, I will be back with Shari from Voices from the Swamp. It will not be simulcasted here, but I will post the links. Same for the show on Woo Woo Wonderment. Woo Woo Wonderment. I love saying that word. Woo Woo Wonderment. I love that handle. But yeah, I will be posting the links later. So please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you won't miss them. And also, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. So for now, we will be closing the Akashic Records. Let's take a deep centering breath. I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all the knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Your energy stays with you and my energy stays with me. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, when is that with Fogo? I will be with Fogo Pogo or Kaylee tomorrow. It's not on her Fogo Pogo channel. It will be on Woo Woo Wonderment. Again, I will be posting the links later, so please do check those out. So thank you so much, everyone, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.